There was a boy named Elias who had a quiet habit. It wasn't visible like a scar. It didn't hurt his body, but it quietly stole his peace. His habit was 2 words: if only. If only I were stronger. If only I were faster. If only I were different. One afternoon, Elias sat by the ocean and watched fish glide beneath the surface. They moved like they belonged to another world, a world without weight. Elias sighed. If only I could breathe down there, he whispered. I would never feel afraid again. His grandmother sat nearby, repairing a torn sleeve. She didn't argue, she didn't lecture, she only asked, "Do you really believe that?" Elias looked at her. Of course, fish have it easy. They just swim. His grandmother smiled gently. Then go ask them, she said. Not with words, with attention. If you want their gift, you must also understand its burden. So Elias stood up and walked into the water. Cold waves wrapped around his legs. He watched a silver fish weaving to seagrass like a living ribbon. Elias whispered, "You're lucky." The fish paused, and in that strange silence, Elias felt a message form in his mind, not loud like a voice, but clear like a thought that wasn't his. "Lucky?" the fish asked. Elias nodded. "You don't worry about drowning." The fish drifted deeper, then returned. "I don't drown," it said, "but I don't rest. Every shadow above me could be a mouth. Every calm moment can turn sharp." As if to prove it, a darker shape slid through the water. The fish vanished into the grass. Elias's heart jumped. A moment later, the fish's message returned, quiet as the tide. "You envy my water, but you do not see my vulnerability." "If I had your shore," the fish said, "I would sleep." Elias stepped back from the water slowly. He felt foolish for calling another life easy just because it looked smooth from above. He walked inland toward the fields. A group of horses ran across open grass, fast and powerful, hooves striking the earth like drums. Elias felt envy rise again. "If only I could run like that," he whispered. "I'd never feel slow. I'd never feel behind." One horse slowed near the fence, breathing hard. It didn't look heroic up close. It looked driven. Elias said, "You run like the wind." The reply in his mind came heavy and tired. "The wind runs because it wants to. I run because something is always pushing me. Fear, hunger, the need to escape." The horse stared into the distance, searching for a finish line that didn't exist. "You envy my speed, but you do not see my restlessness." "If I could trade," the horse said, "I would trade speed for stillness." Elias swallowed. He had wanted the power, but not the invisible engine behind it. Night fell. Elias walked home under a sky full of stars. Above him, a bird crossed the moonlight, silent, effortless, free. His chest tightened. "If only I could fly," he whispered. "Then I would finally be free." A bird landed on a branch nearby. It wasn't smiling. It wasn't celebrating the sky. It was surviving it. The bird's reply came sharp. "Free?" it asked. "The sky is not a home. It is distance. I fly when storms chase me. I fly when the world turns cold." Then the bird said something that sounded like a warning. "Wings are beautiful, but they are also isolation." A gust of wind shook the branch. The bird tightened its grip and added softly, "If I had your fire, I would stay." And with one clean motion, it lifted into the dark and disappeared. Elias walked into his grandmother's cottage. The warmth hit his face. The floor was solid under his feet. The air was still. His grandmother looked up. "So?" Elias sat down slowly. "They all have gifts," he said. His grandmother nodded. "And?" Elias stared at his hands. "And they all pay for those gifts. The fish pays with fear. The horse pays with restlessness. The bird pays with isolation." He looked at the lamp and whispered the truth he had been avoiding. "I was jealous of what I could see, but I didn't see what it cost." His grandmother smiled gently. "Every gift casts a shadow," she said. "We envy the power, and we forget the burden." Elias took a slow breath. He closed his eyes and listened to the ordinary sounds. The fire crackling softly, the wind against the window, the quiet rhythm of being alive. He didn't want to be a fish, or a horse, or a bird. He was just Elias, and for the first time, that was enough.